Just a little bit. Good for you. Might be 10. I don't know.
Okay, welcome to the 4:30 draw of the 2024 Harvest Bonspiel. This is the second half of the A bracket. We have here on sheet 1 in red, all you need is more ice. That is Kevin's team from Bucks County. Sheet 1 yellow, yesterday all my draws seemed so far away. Gallegos Matt. Sheet 2 red is Julie in the House with Rocks, skipped by Julie Yeager, and that is Bucks County. And sheet 2 yellow, we have Sweep and Shout, which is a Potomac team with King. We have some guards out front and going to get started. We have Dave Yeager, often goes just by Yeager, trying to draw around off the guard. Can't quite see, but it looks like it's going to go a little deep. Meanwhile, on sheet 1, we have Joe Hess throwing. It's going to be pretty close, but overall a high guard, just over.
Make sure we're in.
Okay. Aaron Durba, first shot. Looks like trying to draw around. On sheet 1. Sheet 2 gets in the house. Fairly buried under that guard for a nice stone for the moment. Julie thinking what to do. Meanwhile, on sheet 1, back of the button bag is available for this draw. So that is whoever has a draw to the button or a takeout of the opposing team's 2 rocks get the button bag, and whoever has that button bag at the end wins the prizes contained within. Rich Hess is trying to draw around, it looks like, while Julie is saying that on sheet 2 they're on the guard. Looks like it's going to get past the guard on sheet 2, but it's a little deep. Sheet 1, the stone is not going to curl enough to get to this yellow, and Matt's going to start sweeping and getting it past. On sheet 2, Ben is up. Looks like trying to draw under as again. Meanwhile, Rich trying to draw around on sheet 1. Sheet 2 looks like it's going to curl just enough to get past that guard. It's going to be a little bit heavy and in the back of the house, but only back 4. That's not bad. Sheet 1, that looks like it went through. We have Rachel is throwing it now for Julie's team. Julie in the house with rocks. Julie is also a member of Diamond State Curling Club, so perhaps it could have been Julie in the house with diamonds. But she's curling for Bucks County this game. Meanwhile, Rich's second shot is coming round on the first on sheet 1. Won't get to the shot stone, but a very promotable rock. Matt looking to draw in around. Ben on sheet 2, Tim on sheet 1. Both draws. Looks like sweepers on 1 are going hard to try to get around, but it's going to be short and bounce off the top guard. On sheet 2, it's not going to hit the guard, but it is also going to be kind of short. Does, however, on sheet 2 end up guarding the shot stone, so Julie's going to elect to try to take it out. On sheet 1, trying to think what to do on sheet 1. Looks like Kim is throwing, trying to go thread the needle. Julie's team manages to hit all 3 yellows at once, clearing 2 of the guards and pushing the stones into the back of the house for yellow, while sitting promotable top 12 for the red. Kim on sheet 1, looks like it's going to be takeout. Going to clear out that yellow guard. Now there's Rich is sweeping it out of the way. Meanwhile, Jess on sweep and shout on sheet 2. Being called to draw in. And Sharon on sheet 1. Also trying to draw back in. Where'd Jen go? Where'd Jen go? What can you do? Okay, back to sheet 1. We now have yellow on the top and the back of the forefoot. We have Kim for red looking to clear the center guard. Meanwhile, Dave is sweeping away. Rachel's stone does manage to get shot rock out of that. Good hit there. Sheet 1, the clearing, it's looking like it's going to just run it straight back, which somehow just ticks off of the yellow. Not moving the yellow, but passing past it to the back. Meanwhile, Sharon is being told to throw another one in the top 8 or top 4, pile another thing in the center, under the guard. Jess is trying to take out Julie's last stone. Take that out, and they'd be sitting 3. Sharon's stone on sheet 1 drawing in. Looks like it might be a little heavy. Nice takeout on sheet 2. Didn't stick around, but still sitting 2. Meanwhile, the stone on sheet 1 goes a little deeper than what they were asking for, but it is still third shot and in front of a whole lot of backing now. Julie's running back for Skip's rocks. It looks like she's going to be trying to take out one of the yellow stones. Meanwhile, sheet 1 still thinking about it. Looks like a decision has been made. And Kevin will be... Looks like a draw in. He can still get to the button. Julie's lining up for her hit. Calling for sweep right out of hand. Benny calling for line. Gonna be close. Gonna be close. And it does manage to take out. Looks like it's gonna spill out. So yellow sitting 1 on sheet 2. Sheet 1. Kevin's first stone. Sweeping out of hand. Trying to just draw in from the looks of it. Meanwhile, other Kevin on sheet 2, first stone, looks like a draw undercover. Kevin on sheet 1 has a very nice draw. Looks like it's second shot, but it is in front of the tee line and can be tapped in another shot. Be kind of hard for Gallegos, to hit that out, but it is exposed, so they just need to get on the inside of it. Meanwhile, Kevin on sheet 2 is getting ready for his draw. Thinking about it. And it's going off. Calling tee out of hand. Meanwhile, Matt's attempt at a takeout is there. Calling for sweeping, hard. Getting really close, but it's going to make it past the guard. Ends up hitting his own. Oh. Yellow and yesterday all my draws is sitting shot, but only 1 right now with the second red right in there, leaving Kevin also some backing to sit right on the button. Though he looks like he can't tell if he's trying to go for the hit, but the draw is pretty open. Meanwhile, Julie's last shot. She has trying to draw under some cover here. Needs to try to draw under cover to be able to stick around because she does not have hammer. Kevin on sheet 1. Stone again. Sweeper's going hard. Keep calling the sweep. Vinny's calling room. Meanwhile, Kevin on sheet 1 is got a good line, but it looks like it's going to pull up short. That leaves Matt with a draw for 2. Possibly he could hit the red. I can't tell if yellow is 3 or if red is 3, but hit for at least 2, possibly 3. Does have a problem with the jam there, and it's not quite sure if he jammed, if that would be 3. Meanwhile, hammer on sheet 2. Looks like it's a draw for 2. Everyone's contemplating their draws here. Well, Matt's going for the takeout. Kevin's got the draw. Both shots are hammer. Sweeping hard on sheet 1. Hits it and manages to knock it out. So they are sitting at least 1, possibly 2, but no more than that. Meanwhile, on sheet 1, sheet 2 goes a little far, so just a score of 1 on sheet 2. Looks like it was a score of 2 on sheet 1. Yellow scoring on both sheets. First stone is away. Looks like a pair of centerline guards are the call. Sheet 1, it's not curling quite enough, so it's going to be, well, it's going to be in the rings and a little off to the left. Sheet 2 is also in the rings, but is on the center line. Looks like both sheets are calling for a hit. That's been Dave's. Stone is away. Julie saying needs to come back. Sheet 1. They're sweeping, trying to keep it on line. Dave Stone looks like it's going to just chip it. And sticking around on sheet 2. Sheet 1, both stones are going to stick around. Looks like the yellow's shot over the red for now. Matt's asking for another guard, center guard. Meanwhile, Kevin is asking to take out Julie's, Dave Yeager's stone. Sheet 1, drawing. Looks like it's going to be a little deep for a guard. Might be a little deep for everything. Kevin's trying to drag it back. He gets it to the back 12. No further. Yellow now sitting 2 on sheet 1. Yellow missing the takeout on sheet 2. Julie calling to split the house. Julie in the house with Vox. Meanwhile, Rich is, looks like a draw. Dave's rock is a little hot. Meanwhile, Rich is now a corner guarding that yellow a little bit. Dave's goes out the back. So Kevin on sheet 2 will attempt another shot at this takeout. Tim Klein on sheet 1. Looking to put one in the middle. Meanwhile, Normal is called for the weight on sheet 2. Looks pretty close. And does make contact and is a biter in the rings. Meanwhile, Tim Stone draws to the button. See if anyone wants the button bag. Meanwhile, Rachel on Julie's team is trying to, looks like, draw to the yellow, but it looks like it's going to be sweeping for line, but it needs it for weight as well. Just frozen to there. Not frozen, yellow kicked out a little bit, but red is shot. Gonna try to take it out, says Kevin, of sweep and shout. Meanwhile, yesterday all my draws seem so far away. Looks like he's going to try to draw and freeze to the red in the biting the 8-foot. Sweeping hard on sheet 2. Just going to catch the red. Mission accomplished. Meanwhile, sheet 1 ends up with another guard. Kevin on sheet 1 looking to go under the guard. Meanwhile, Rachel on sheet 2 trying to draw in, but it looks like it's going to be a little heavy again. Rich's stone is curling quite a bit right now. We'll see if it can get deep enough into there. It's going to be full 12. Possibly second shot. I can't quite tell from the back.
Is that American dollars?
Sweep and shout, saying back 4T. Might be slowing around, but should be sticking in the house. Julie just getting it back. Button bag again. Looks like Matt is trying to take out here of the stone Rich just threw. Manages to hit it and jams, but spills out. Now it's just a tripping hazard. Still in, because it's touching the back line. Kevin looking to replace the stone, but maybe a little bit further undercover. Everything getting knocked out in the sheet 2. Kim Stone on sheet 1 has plenty of weight to get there. Let's see where it ends up stopping. And with a little courtesy sweep, it gets to the back 8. Matt saying, let's go and get on top of their red stones. Meanwhile, sheet 2, Sweep and Shout, drawing in and putting another one onto the 4. Julie asking for another takeout. Team yesterday is sweeping hard, trying to get this stone into shot position, which they do manage to get it as it's a good part of the 4. Julie's team makes the hit and sticks around, and Sweep and Shout will try it again. Sweep and Shout has Vice Jess as we move on to skip stones. Kim on sheet 1, looking for, looks like a takeout of that yellow. Punch it through, possibly between the 2 reds, but it is curling quite a bit, and it crashes on the top guard. Leaving yellow to possibly, yeah, looks like a sit on the top of the top 12 to cover that up. Sweep and Shout, calling hard line, trying to get in, and the hit will be made and slight flop to the center. Good shot. Matt on his first skip stone. Not quite ready. Meanwhile, Julie looking to return the hit. Matt's first stone is curling. Looks like it's got a little more weight than they want. It's going to bump the yellow instead of guarding it, but not horrible. There's a double there, but if you try the double, it probably jams. Discussing how to get to that. Vinny holding the broom on sheet 2 for Julie. Julie's stone is a little down, they're saying. Sweeping hard to keep it straight. Oh, wanted to curl a little more. And it rolls out to the side. Good shot from Julie. And now Kevin on sheet 1. Looks like he's figured out what he's going to do. Rich is calling back line. Just going to tap the yellows around. And can they keep it straight? Can they keep it straight? Yes, they can. And it sits on the button. Looks like Matt can hit that straight back and quite likely get through. Meanwhile, Sweep and Shout returns the hit, leaving Julie with hammer to hit and stick for a 1 if she makes it. Game full of hitting. Matt's looking at.
So who's got 2 reds?
Here comes Matt. Hard sweep is being called. Hard sweep is being called. Does manage to get it out, but it will roll too far. So it's going to be 1 yellow, possibly 2. But, oh wait, that wasn't hammer. Sorry, yellow went first, so this means this is hammer. Looks like just doing a draw for 1. And Team Sweep and Shout ended up stealing on sheet 2. Looking for a draw to the center. Meanwhile, Kevin throwing the actual hammer. First, gotta get it. They're sweeping it hard. Looks like it's a little light. And yes, it will be just a little light. That means a steal of at least 1, and yes, they're giving them 2. Julie going for a hit. Looks like Julie's not going for the hit, just lining up on that rock. Looks like this is going to be a quarter guard. Nope, it's going in. And top 8. Looking for a guard. Sheet 1. Also looking for a guard. Control. So that is takeout. Can't quite see, but it looks like the line's good enough. Yep. And flops into the center. Let's see if Julie goes after that. Julie not thinking that she can get rid of both of them, but one of them will be good enough. Looks like it's going to hit an angle and might get both of them. Trying. Yes, that was a double. That's a bag shot. one. Sweeping hard, trying to get it down there.
I did it here last year, and I get it next week.
It's going to be close to the original. Maybe a freeze or a tap. Freeze. Meanwhile, on sheet 2, we have a takeout. Sweep and shout. And Ben is got it and rolls out to the wing on the side. Joe on sheet 1. Looks like they're trying to control weight. It looks like it's going to be a little wide. Meanwhile, Rachel, fair amount of weight. Coming, and Rachel gets hers and sticks on sheet 2. Tim is being called for a guard. Tim's draw is coming down. Meanwhile, Swoop and Shout trying to just catch this and nosed it. Sticks around. See if Rachel can repeat her. Rachel can repeat her takeout. Meanwhile, on sheet 1, just going to jostle those. End up with a little cluster of 3 yellows. Kevin trying to think of what Rich will do. Control is called. Trying to break up the cluster. Meanwhile, Julie is calling for sweep. It's going to be hit and rolls. Does it roll all the way? Yes, it's going to roll all the way. Still, nope, not a tripping hazard. Rich's shot on sheet 1. It's moving along. Looks like it's going to hit the middle one. And a double. Hits them out. Another button bag shot. Or, well, I guess that's a double takeout bag. Draw on sheet 1 since nothing in there. Meanwhile, Tim is I think is going for that red. It's like a little, perhaps wide, but no, it's going to curl enough. It's curling too much. Going to chip off that guard and bounce right in. Not going to be shot stone bounce in, but still in the rings on the 12-foot. Kevin calling for another hit for Rich. Meanwhile, Yeager and Rachel hold it to get the sweep, get the hit, and Julie's stone sticks around, or Vinny's stone for Julie. Rich's stone on sheet 1, gonna just catch the yellow, not enough to hit it out.
It's just gonna fall.
Matt debating what to do. Thinking of how to get rid of this. Jess, meanwhile, being called to take out the red stone in the corner. Sharon, stone, calling for Tim to hold the line right away. Looks like like it's going to just clip that red. Nice shot, picking it out, and getting rid of the tripping hazard. Leaves 3 in the rings for yellow. And Kevin thinking about what to do. Sheet 2 took out the stone but left nothing there. Vinny throwing a draw to the wing. Kim's shot is going to just sail by. Just barely missing. Leaving Matt to debate what to do here. Looking for another cluster in front. Talking about which way to come. Matt saying inside out is more predictable. Meanwhile on sheet 2, sweep and shout. Jess is holding the broom for a takeout of Julie's 1 stone in the rings. Calling for holding the line on sheet 1. Looks like it's going to be a guard, but might be a bit higher than they were. No, let's keep going. They're dragging it. That's pretty much where he wanted it. That covers it somewhat, but probably could skinny that and get a double out of it. Meanwhile on sheet 2, takeout is called. They're looking at it. Trying to curl it a little bit. Chipping it out. Both stones gone. Meanwhile, Kim on sheet 1. Sweep called right away. Oh, off. Can't see if he's going to clear that guard. I think so. Yes. Clears the guard. Spins out. Second stone. Matt still thinking hit and flop there. Meanwhile, Julie's trying to get a skip's deuce out of this. Matt's talking things over. Thinking he's trying to hit and flop under the center. Meanwhile, Julie's drawing to the wing. Julie's shot is coming along, sweeping it, and it gets in there. So another attempt will be made to take this stone out. Matt's takeout shot on its way. Needs to curl. Not going around, looks like nosing it. Still not bad. The 3 in the ring. Looking at Kevin. Kevin wants to draw through the port into the center, it looks like. Meanwhile, other Kevin on sheet 2 is trying to take out the stone Julie just threw. Sweep is being called. Curling. Still going to be sticking around. And yes. Leaving Julie with the hit. Either for 1 or the blank. Kevin on sheet 1. His draw is going away. Wait only is called. Looks like they're sweeping it. It's going. It's going good. Just got to get deep enough. And it is sitting shot, but it is exposed. So Matt's going to turn around and just try to hit that out. Julie's takeout is away. Calling for sweep. Hard. Off. It's called. Trying to sweep it out for the blank. No, it is 1 red. Not a blank. Julie scores 1. Meanwhile, Matt's attempt for a possible 4. Matt calling Tim to curl it. Manages to get it and scores 4. Oh wait, no, doesn't score 4 because that wasn't hammer. Sits 4 and a draw against 4 for Kevin. Meanwhile, Julie starting off with a guard in the center. Like it's gonna go a little deep and just touch into the rings. Meanwhile, hammer, the actual hammer for sheet 1, is away. It's gonna be close. Is he gonna wreck? No, but is he going to go too far? Answer is yes. So it is a steal of 4 on sheet 1. Meanwhile, on sheet 2, Sweep and Shout is trying to take out Julie's too deep guard. Makes contact with it. And it goes out while spilling out the shooter. Yeager trying for a second guard, or a second attempt at a guard. Guard going a little deep once again. Sheet 1 looks like they're plan B and going to try to draw it. And to the top 4. Kevin's going to try to draw and sit on top of that, creating a pile. Meanwhile, other Kevin is going to try to hit out Julie's rock on sheet 2. Trying to get it to curl a little bit more with that sweeping. Hit and stick, and we're back to exchanging hits, it looks like, because Julie's going right back at it. Meanwhile, on sheet 1, Joe's rock is pretty darn close to sitting on it. Curled a little bit too much, but the weight couldn't have been much better. Matt asking for control. Going to try to pick that red out. Julie hitting and staying in the rings. Matt calling for the sweep on sheet 1. Calling off. Pretty close, pretty close. And just hitting it. Goes out. And the shooter goes out. Shooter looks like to stick around as tripping hazard. Meanwhile, on sheet 1, sweep and shout. Hits it. Still a biter. Julie debating ignoring it. Thinking she wants to ignore it. And it looks like the call for Julie is ignoring. Rich, meanwhile, shot is trying to get on top of the yellow. Oh, not Rich's shot. Joe's shot. It's going to end up as a guard. Rachel's shot is going to be a very tight guard. Very nice shot. Meanwhile, Tim's shot being called heavy. Looks like it's going to just tick the yellow over. A little bit under the guard, and 2 in the forefoot now for Gallegos. Yesterday, all my draws seemed so far away. Ardsley. T-weight being called for sweep and shout in sheet 2. Saying no, it's not. It is going to go right through, unfortunately. Julie now saying she's got her chance. Vinny needs to draw into there.
Hey, Julie, check up by helping someone else.
Rich's stone on sheet 1 ends up as a offset guard. Matt saying he's going to draw in. Yeager and Rachel sweeping this, trying to get past. Are past. Just need to stop. Julie dragging it a little further to be undercover. Team yesterday is sweeping hard. Just trying to drag it in there. Doing a pretty good job of getting it there, but won't get it all the way to the rings. Sweep and shout, going to clear the center guard. Gonna nose it right back and double out the 2 shreds. Good shot. Another bag shot. Rich on sheet 1 added some more weight to this. Looks like going to just get one of the yellows, but not enough to take it out of the rings. Does peek out though. Julie calling for the curl. Looks like we're going to be a little short. but it is in the rings and shot for now. Kevin, a sweep and shout, calling for control. Meaning Sharon trying to draw in on sheet 1. Jess on sheet 2, trying to take out. Sharon Stone sailing by. Matt's going to try to get it right to the bag, right to the button, and taking the button bag back. Kevin debating what to do, or Julie debating what to do with Vinny. She is sitting shot. Different options here. She does not have hammer. Oh, and quite the shot to get shot rock on sheet 1. All you need is more ice. Made it with the minimum ice. Matt is going to try to pick it out in exchange with Sharon's rock. Julie thinking maybe we should promote the red. Matt calling for heavy sweep. Heavy sweep, it's going to be close. And it makes it right by a great shot. Back-to-back nice shots, taking those out. Julie's first. Looks like she's going to be trying that promote. Back 4 is the weight call. Julie calling for the sweep. Meanwhile, on sheet. Oh, Julie gets her promote. A little deeper, perhaps, but it is still shot and under cover somewhat. Sheet 1. We got yellow sitting 2 with Matt's first stone.
Who's got 2 black? They don't have the hammers. Who's got 1 red?
So, looking like Kevin is going to be trying to take out the top one. It's lined up to possibly get the double there. Crosshouse, well, not crosshouse. Longhouse double. Matt's throwing. Calling for line. It's going to be close. Oh, saying it got by, and it did clear that by a bit. Now it's just a matter of weight. And on the button, but they already have the bag. Now we have Kevin Stayer's first shot. Kevin King's shot gets the 1, jams, but it sticks around. Julie sitting the 1 still. Trying to decide what to do with her second. She does not have hammer. Meanwhile, Kevin Stayer is his first shot. Rich and Joe sweeping heavy. Holding the line, holding the line. Holding the line. Just ticking off of it. Spun a little bit back. Yellow's got 2 right now. Everyone in the warm room watching carefully because they had the betting game going on. Julie's takeout is going. Saying need the line. Need the line. And oh, field goal. Unfortunate for Julie. Matt's final stone. Sheet 1. There's the sweeper saying they can't touch it. Matt's stone is going right through the port, but no, it's going to tick. Does make it pretty hard for a draw or a promote on that side. Meanwhile, Hammer on sheet 2, looking to try to take out the red in the back of the rings, score potentially 2. And does get it, rolls out. Yellow gets 1. Kevin Stayer, Hammer on sheet 1. Looks like he's trying to make it through that port into the button. Well, that's wider than I was expecting. No. That leaves a steal of, looks like 3 for yellow. Handshakes. Handshakes on sheet number 1. That means yesterday all my draws seemed so far away from Ardsley wins, and they will be playing tomorrow at 7:15 p.m. And let's see. Loser to AW3. That means the loser is playing at 9 a.m., so it's 9 a.m. for All You Need Is More Ice. So unexpectedly, we have a short game on sheet 1. Julie and Sweep and Shout. Looks like Sweep and Shout trying to draw around their own guard. A little deep. Julie pushing it back. Just to the back 8. Julie trying to draw into the top 4. Dave's second is away. Julie saying it's plenty wide. Asking Vinny to curl. Applause in the warm room for the finishing game on sheet 1. Julie sweeping it into shot position, but it is behind the tee line, so it looks like Kevin's going to try to sit on top of it. And dinner is served. I don't know what's for dinner, but it can't top yesterday's grilled cheese sandwich bar. Looks like yellow is going to jam the red, so red is still sitting shot. Julie looking to go top 4. Top 8 instead. So let's see how Rachel does. Looks calling it really light, trying to go hard. Going to be a guard protecting the draw around.
How much, Ben?
Kevin's asking how much you can see.
Yeah, I agree. I was just trying to see if we could get through.
Deciding to draw the other way.
Yeah.
No, they can't guarantee. Just assume. Oh, you can eat before or after the game. Okay. Wait now.
T called out a hand. It is starting to curl. See if it can get around that yellow. No, gonna tap, but not completely out of the woods or out of the play. It still manages to get into the rings. Also manages to open up the draw or the shot for the shot stone. Julie trying to draw around and under the guard. Hard line is called. Danger of crashing into the yellow. Looks like the crashing is definitely happening. Pushes the yellow into the rings. There is 2 red guards, and red is sitting shot. Jess is being called to draw. Looks like you're calling a bit heavy, saying back 4. It looks a little heavier than back 4. Julie going to try to help it along. And does manage to get it all the way to the edge of the back 8. Julie saying, we're all in on the steal. Considering their 1 is counter to 4 others. Vinny trying to guard that red. Saying we need to sweep. Hard for line. It's going to be close.
You guys choose.
You got room.
Curl side now.
Now they want to curl it.
Yeah, hard.
Trying hard to curl it. It's going to be top 8. Not a bad spot. Sitting 1 and 2. Kevin trying to decide what to do here. Jess's second rock. Looks like he's going to just remove that rock.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to.
Going to try to roll in.
I mean, we just gotta. They're sitting 2. So we gotta hit something, because then if they just guards, we're in trouble.
Kevin worried about Julie guarding this up since she is sitting 2. Jess's stone is away. Control down is called. A little lighter than intended. They're sweeping for line. Looks like they're going to make it by quite a bit. And they hit the red straight through. Julie looking at what she's doing. She's still sitting shot.
God, I hate to guard this early.
I know. Can we get another one in there anyway?
Yeah, I think we can get one here.
You know that, right? Oh, yeah.
Well, the scoreboard's not up to date.
All right.
That's totally my fault.
Just making sure you know.
Well, that's a good note. All right.
So Julie realizing that she has hammer.
Yeah. Just don't pick out her.
Just don't get no promises.
I'm gonna make it tight.
All are normal.
Julie showing the confidence by telling Vinny, just don't pick our stone out. Looks a little tight.
Stay off of it.
Oh, no. It's coming back. It's not tight. It's not what I was thinking it was. Oh. Hits the yellow, but ends up causing the hit stone to be shot. Meaning now Kevin can try to guard, and so Julie now somehow has to get to that or get closer. Kevin thinking. It's like thinking it's a little light. They are pulling it though. Not shot or seconds. That looks like third stone. Julie needing to figure out what she's going to do now. Angle it back to that. That's a possibility. Does run the risk of angling it into your own red, but Julie not seeing a lot of other options.
You're going to throw control. Yeah.
Control is called. Julie's control is away. Calling for the sweep, yes. Gotta hold the line. Getting very close to that red. Cleared it. And the double. Well, pretty good, leaving Julie sitting 1 with that risky shot. Gives Kevin's last shot. Kevin's last shot, Julia's hammer. Julia also down by 2 points currently. It's the 5th end, and they have 35 minutes remaining on the timer. Calling it a little heavy. Saying back line. Trying to get it to curl in, but it is curling. It is curling. It's curling like crazy, but it just gets there.
Good shot.
Good shot by Kevin with sweep and shout. Now sitting 1, maybe 2. Julie trying, looks like Julie thinking draw for 1.
I might turn you in just because we moved the back.
Understood. So you're going to be throwing less weight than you did, so I think you need a little extra room. That was like back line.
Looks like Julie's going to try to pick that out with back line weight. Possibly getting 2. I can't tell if she is second shot.
Full 4, guys. Full 4.
Full 4, so it sounds more like a draw. Julie thinking. Here her shot goes.
Got room.
Got room.
Curl it back.
Needs to curl.
Oh, he's good. He's great. Nope.
Weight was called as T, which would be great for her. Needs to curl though. It looks heavier than T. Looks heavy, but no. It stops on the edge of the button. Julie gets her 1.
That's a hard shot.
Brings the score to 3-2 with Sweep and Shout having the lead and the hammer. Julie's saying, let's try the straight side on the draw. Boards being a little straighter than the center of the two sheets. Looks like it's a light shot. Julie just trying to get it over. Vinny's sweeping. Looks like they got it. Good sweeping. Dave needs to buy them something to drink. Kevin, meanwhile, looks to be drawing out to the side. Corner guard, perhaps. Calling tight line. Pretty good, pretty good. Looks like it's gonna fall into the rings. See if Julie tries to help it out the back. Julie gonna ignore that and just draw in behind her guard. Line has been called good. Let's see. Looks like Hackway trying to get around the guard and pick that out of the center. It is coming, and it's going to make contact. Julie sweeps the shooter out. Leading next shot for Rachel. Been neglecting my fun facts. Rachel's fun fact is she hates everything pumpkin spice. For foreign language, she says hablo inglés. Julie's saying, think we're there, but gonna take over sweeping a little bit. Gonna get into the back four, fighting back four.
This is the end I want one yellow. I give one yellow.
Kevin calling to peel the guard. Ben Stone making contact and bouncing out and almost took out the other rock on the bounce. Needs to Rachel's
I don't like it too tight. Not too tight. They're going to run it, I think.
second shot.
Okay.
I want to be counting too, so
Okay.
almost
I think we're better off throwing three, or two or three. Agreed.
Rachel drawing in. Her favorite Beatles songs are Blackbird, Here Comes the Sun, and Obla Dee. Drawing in. Looks like it's going to be a guard. No, top of the house. Just biting. The red in the house is sticking out though. No, but gonna get rid of the.
I mean, I find that almost just
Is that it?
yeah, it's touching, it's fighting.
Touching. Let's go for the double.
Calling for the double.
If I'm wide, it feels it.
Ben says worst case is I peel it. Best case is I double it.
Like normal?
That would get you a button bag. Coming through with a lot of weight here. And just the peel. Yellow's still kind of in the way. Okay. Now it's Vinny. Vinny, when asked who your favorite curler was, he says his wife Rachel, which is probably the safe answer. Vinny's stone is being called a little hot. Close on line. But it's not going to, it's going to get by that guard with plenty. Kind of slows down. Fits and stuff. But it's almost frozen. Going to try to get them both out with a normal shot. Calling tight out of hand. It's not moving a whole lot, so they might be able to squeeze by. And no, don't squeeze by, just wreck on the guard. Julie trying to decide where to put the guard. Julie trying to get a steal on here. Vinny's rock is away. Looks like it's just going to be another rock on the pile, so you got a cluster of three. Going right after it, seeing if Jess can break them up. Vinny's dream job is a travel photographer. On for the curl. On for the curl. It's going to hit one. Just taking the top one out. Julie breathes a sigh of relief. Gets ready. It's the sixth end, and there's 22 minutes left. Need to finish the seventh end within those 22 minutes to be able to get an eighth end. Julie, when asked to describe herself in 2 words, says no fun, and her dream job is cat mom. Julie going along. Dave saying a little light. Looks like off for line is called. It'll be a high guard, but it will be a guard, which is the most important part. Leaves Kevin with a decision on what to do. Might be trying hack weight or to just draw on top of that pile. Drawing on top would certainly stop the steal. Kevin having hammer here. Thinking
They can put it back.
You want to right to draw those?
Yeah.
debating the peel. Peel is called. Kevin changing his mind, going to get rid of that top guard. Julie waiting for the turn.
He's got 2 red, sheet 2. Okay. Somebody's got their finger on the prize. They don't have hammer though.
And peel it is. So Julie going to put the guard back up. What's that? It doesn't pick up anyone in here.
You like same thing?
Full 12 would be great.
Touch center. Is that left ice?
It's left ice, yeah. Throw it into the XP.
Saying full 12 would be ideal. 3 is fine, so guard would be fine. Mainly for Julie, she just wants to prevent him from being able to take hers out and scoring a possible 3. Can't tell if that upper left yellow is biting or not. That looks light. Sweeping out of hand. Benny saying curling. Oh, it's curling now. It's gonna over curl. Good guard. 2 guard for Julie. So leaves Kevin with the decision. Kevin saying we can always draw. Kevin thinking about the broom that Julie just did. Looks like it's going to be trying to draw on top. Draw is pretty open. Guard shouldn't be a factor. Here comes. Got a lot of people very excited about their game, about what the score is going to be in this end. Throw is away. Calling for the curl. Julie not sticking around to watch. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And one yellow it is. Quite the draw.
Who's got one yellow? Who's got one yellow? Go on. Cards in, please. We'll give you a kiss, but you don't get any money. Please don't. See?
So, score is now 4-2. Seventh end. They have 15 minutes to complete the end to get an eighth end. Two guard is being called. Center guard for sweep and shout. Clock turning yellow.
Two, make sure we're at least leave it if it's not over.
Looks like it's going to be a little too light. Julie calling for the corner guard. Fun fact about Dave Yeager is that both couples on their team play mixed doubles league at Bucks. Mixed doubles keeps marriages strong, he says. Sometimes it just leads to more arguments. Another good cornered guard for Julie in the house with rocks. Sheet 2 going. Sweep and shout going for another center guard. Sweeper's thinking a 3 guard. Looks like it's gonna curl just a little bit off the line. Julie going into the house. Dave says his favorite spot to vacation is a curling road trip across Canada. He's a software engineer and sometimes works remotely, so perhaps he can do that and work at the same time. Dave's rock is a biter. Possible score at the end. But it looks like Ben is being told to draw around. Back 8 is called. Might end up taking that red into play.
Yeah, good.
Calling back line and sweeping to try to get at that red, but it just ticks the red and spins out. Julie saying, let's get one in the front of the house this time. Rachel's favorite spot to vacation is the mountains and a lake. Emphasis on big lake. Julie calling Vinny off. Thinking it's a little heavy. Definitely needs to curl though. Now Julie sweeping it back. Just in the forefoot. Kevin looking to hit and flop under cover. Hits and spills out. Gives Rachel the same shot again. Julie saying going through the port. Saying it's too straight on the board side. Similar weight. Julie saying needs to curl, which it really does. Needs to curl basically 2 rocks at this point. It's got 1 rock, but I think we're gonna get a... Oh, just not enough. Weight looked pretty decent. Gonna go through the port the opposite direction now for Kevin. Hard to get around. See how deep they can drag it. Biting the forefoot. Pretty good shot. Julie's saying we need to clear that center guard. Vinny's going to be up for that. When asked to describe himself in 2 words, Vinny says, bad at following directions. See if he can follow directions for this takeout. Julie calling Yeager on the sweep. Does the takeout. Opens up the center and Kevin calling to put it back. Jeff's going to try to do just that.
Yeah, make sure we're over. Make sure we're over. I got half of it, it's not a little more.
On the sweep. Gonna get around that guard. Plenty of space to get around the guard. And tap the yellow. Julie's gonna try to sweep it out. Can she? No. And the shooter rolls out. Looking for Kevin to draw under. They have 6 minutes to complete the skips rocks. Going around. Sweeping hard. Sweeping hard. Looks like gonna get right on the edge of the button. Leaving Julie a question of if she's gonna get that double. Can't tell what she's going for. Julie's shot. Be tight. Sweeping out of hand. Hard line is called. It's very close. Very close. No, just ticks off. Leaving an opportunity for Kevin here to guard and make it into a steal. And Kevin's last rock is away. Two, 3 called. Be a guard. Gonna over curl a little bit. Julie still has a shot for at least one. Very difficult shot for 2. Have to get the double out.
Oh, I guess the guard's moved now. I'll put it right back. Right where it was. Same shot.
Julie just needs a lightweight hit here. It's really a tap to push it back 5 feet. And this is Hammer going away. Back line-ish is called. Yes for line. We're tight. We are tight. It's going. No, we're past the first guard, but hitting the second guard, and looks like she hits that in for a third point, and that's handshakes. That means Sweep and Shout takes the win and will be playing tomorrow night at 7:15, whereas Julie in the House with Rocks will be playing. Where is that? Julie in the House with Rocks. I have completely lost where Julie disappeared to. Ah, there we are. So AW4, and that is 9 a.m. So Julie gets the early morning draw. We will have another draw in just a little bit. It will be in the B event, where we have the 6:45 draw. So we will see you again in about half an hour.